Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome along to today's live stream. We are here for quantum energy clearings and healings and assisting everyone on their journeys. I can help you with your past lives, your future lives, your pets, your homes, whatever it is that you're looking for. You can put a request in the live chat in all capitals. Today, we will be picking them in random order, working with my incredible moderator, Viviani. And also, please let us know that you're here and present when we get on to today's requests. So just say hello in the chat when your name is called. And you may need to remind me, especially as time goes on over the next couple of hours, what it is you asked for, because well, first of all, you'll start to get a feel of what I'm doing. And then also, the more discombobulated I get over a couple of hours, because you can imagine it's quite an epic galactic adventure going through these live streams. But I really love helping you. And donations are gratefully received. They're not mandatory because I want to be able to allow everyone to, anyone to be able to request. And yeah, please do consider a donation. You can visit jonbinnie.com. I think I did that the wrong way. jonbinnie.com/donate. There's also a donate button on the website. And yeah, just feel, just donate what feels right for you. And it helps me and my family continue to do this work. I love being able to dedicate at least 4 hours a week to helping the broader world. So also, please invite your friends and your families, share with your groups. Please do share this live so that more people come along and benefit. And also, Viviani, the magical Viviani, she's joining me on Mondays. We're going to see how that goes as a regular slot. I'm really excited to have Viviani along. So yeah, you can enjoy the grace and pleasure and magical gifts of Viviani as she joins on Monday's live stream. And so you'll see her face appear on those live streams. And if I sometimes forget to put her face in the thumbnail, please let me know. But yeah, Monday's moving forward, so I'm so excited. And it's just incredible, like to feel so supported by you all and so held in these magical times. So thank you. And I hope that my work encourages you to explore your own magic and your own gifts, and that I am a reflection of you. And it's how you choose to be able to do these things yourself. I also provide training and how to do all this work. And it's quite funny because today I was just polishing off the training material for how to run live streams and how to do exactly what we're doing today. So that's good fun. I'll be teaching my intermediate class for the practitioners part of the higher self intermediate training. Week 7 out of 8, they've almost finished. That's on Sunday. I'll be getting close to finishing that course. And what's about to start is the higher self foundational training. That starts on the 30th of September. And I know some of you in the chat are signed up already. And it's just incredible to be able to teach you these practices and to build strong foundations. We all need super strong foundations, as you see, as we go through these live streams. There's a whole universe of incredible magic to explore. And so it's really important to remain human and grounded, and to be able to bring in all this wisdom and all this magic like into our bodies, to be able to help each other and help each other physically, not just metaphysically or through words, most importantly through our consciousness and energy. So lots of requests coming in. Thank you so much for joining, and 23 in the chat. Thank you. So I'm going to make a start by setting up a safe space. So if you'd like to join me, we'll begin by taking in 3 deep breaths in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out what no longer serves our highest good, nice and loud. Breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any low vibration, energy, or emotion at this time, nice and loud. Breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any fear, shame, anxiety, or stress at this time, nice and loud. And continue to breathe deeply and calmly. And from the divine spark in the center of your heart, extend a light cord up through the top of your head, up through the sky and through the stars, going higher and higher through the dimensions of this universe, all the way up to the highest dimension, the highest frequency that you can imagine, and a little bit beyond. And there, connecting your light cord to the source of love of this universe. Remain connected into source and extend your light cord down through the stars and through the sky, back down to the top of your head and into your heart once more. And now, from the center of your heart this time, extend a light cord down through the root of your spine, all the way down into the ground, going deeper and deeper through the layers of the planet until you reach the very core, Mother Earth. And there, connecting your light cord into Mother Gaia's crystalline heart. And we send Mother Gaia so much love. She sends her love back to all of us. Remain connected into Gaia's heart and extend your light cord up through the layers of the planet, up through the root of your spine and into your heart once more. And now, together with the light of Source above and Mother Gaia below, we expand out our golden bubbles from the center of our hearts to surround each of us, about 2 meters out from our hearts to each side, above, below, behind, and in front. And we set the intention for our golden bubbles that only energies and entities with our permission, with our highest good and our love and compassion can see us, access us, exist within this space or exist within us. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. And into our individual golden bubbles of light, we set the intention to invite in our guides, our higher selves, our ancestors, every dimension of us, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source, and Gaia, and also Archangel Metatron, for our guidance, our clearing, our healing, our protection, assistance with accessing the Akashic records, and anything else we request assistance with. And through space and time, I create a golden bubble around all of us in the live stream and in the replay. And we only permit those to enter this bubble that have the highest good, love, and compassion for all. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. And we set the intention for this session, this boundary of our golden bubbles, that only energies and entities with our high is good, our highest love and compassion can see us, access us, exist within this space or within us. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. I invite in my guides, my higher self, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, Source, and Gaia. And when called, when an individual requests in capitals, and when we select them, Viviani and myself selecting them randomly, and they say that they are here in the chat, only then will I invite forwards the live chat members, guides, and their higher self, and the human. And we're here today to assist with clearings, healings, readings, past, present, and future, assistance with clearing homes, healing pets, whatever our live chat members request. And so it is. Okay, we have a safe space. We're 9 minutes in. And I was guided to share why we create a safe space. And I want to be really clear to both me and to yourselves. This work comes with its own risks. And the risks are significantly mitigated when we create these safe spaces. And the most important thing is not me or my approach to creating a safe space. It's all about our intention. It's about your intention. So if you're paying attention and setting your intention when you're in this live stream, then it helps you massively and everybody else. And also for me, also when I set the intention about why I'm here and very clear about who is allowed in and under what intentions are allowed into this space. So I was guided to share that. Okay, let's get to it. We have the first up. And as always, I'm just a few seconds ahead of you. So you'll be hearing me a little bit. You'll be hearing me a few seconds later, but for me, the chat is live. And Deborah has asked, can you please deliver any messages I need to know? You have my permission for quantum Akashic records and anything you need assistance to help me. Thank you, Deborah. So this is any messages. Thank you, Deborah. And as always, as good practice, just let us know, Deborah, that you're in the chat. And if you're not called Deborah on your YouTube name, just let me know. Just say who you are. Deborah Lira, yay. Okay, so just asking Deborah to step forwards, your higher self and your guides. And already the energy is like much clearer. I'm getting better at like creating these safe spaces. Okay. Yes, we'd like to, can one of Deborah's guides step forwards, please? Okay, thank you. And we would like any messages that will help Deborah at this time or anything else that would assist her in this lifetime at this moment. So your guide, it's quite common in live streams that guides won't go into a huge amount of detail about themselves because they don't want to be a distraction. Your guide is showing themselves quite small, almost like a hobbit size, and they're quite dark. They have almost like they're covered in mud is how they look, and it feels like they're perhaps made of mud, like a mud being. That's really beautiful. It's saying, but I am a mud being. that's that's beautiful. Yeah, capable of shape shifting, of being just like almost like a pure liquid, and then also, wow, the pressure on my ears just like totally shifted. Um, anyway, they're saying get on with the messages. So for you, Deborah, um, you're being asked to become aware of all the dimensions of you, and so I was reminded of or shown this structure you can think of your soul and your existence as. So the first is that imagine a wheel. So there's this wheel, right? It's a circle. And then in the middle of that wheel is your soul. And your soul is big and beautiful and bright and full of source love, unconditional love energy. And your soul is constantly trying to experience this reality and co-create realities so that your soul can continue to grow and learn. And I'm seeing that in your current, so off the center of this wheel is our spokes for each of your lifetimes. And I'm seeing 9 for you. There's 9 other lifetimes for you to become aware of. And for you to be aware of what of in this lifetime, so I'm seeing like Deborah down towards the bottom, and there's no significance about the. Okay, there is significance about the position that is showing that you're one of the lowest vibration versions of you. I'm just asking where do these? I'm asking Archangel Metron, should we access the Akashic records, or how do we know? No, it's saying we don't need to. Just need to explain it to you. So the task for you, Deborah, is to seek out how to um, become more aware of these other active past parallel, and future lives of you. Okay, how does Deborah do this? It's really fascinating. So I'm being shown you walking in a park, Deborah, and Archangel Metron is saying, when you feel guided towards something, so I mean, like, it's almost like, well, it is intuitively, I just see in this one example, you're guided to look at a tree as you're walking past, and there's a version of you that you say, hey, that there's a version of me that would climb that tree. And so it's, you're like you're like intuitively expressing and explaining to yourself that there are different timelines of you that would do these things. And it's important to remember that you may have had past lives. If it's, especially if it's an older tree, it might have been that same tree that there's another version of you that has climbed. And all our past, parallel, present, future lives they're all running together. They're all in part of this wheel, and your soul is experiencing them all at the same time. And so this is how, when you connect into your soul, you can also connect into, you're going up one spoke and then down to the other. So just to practice that intuitively. And what is the purpose of this? Why does Deborah do this? It's teaching you multidimensionality. It's a mouthful. Okay. And why is that important in this lifetime? They don't want to say. Your guide's just saying, you're going to see, like, you're going to experience it. So that was that was a very magical start, Deborah, and it seems like a really fun thing to try out. So yeah, I haven't been checking the chat, but I haven't been checking the chat, but I hope that that helps you, and if anything, gives you something fun to explore with, and to allow you to integrate, understanding. If you were me, I would go back to this live stream and go up to about 10 minutes to 17 minutes in, and watch again to see what on earth was Jon talking about. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I hope that that message helps you. Okay. Who was next? And I'm just asking Deborah and her guides to step back. And Deborah, feel free to share in the chat. Um, and I think, yeah, Nathan's next. Okay. Hello, Nathan. I hope you're doing well. And Shenanigans, thank you so much for joining. That's really kind. It's lovely to have new members. Um, so Nathan is next, and Nathan is looking for, and thank you for repeating, Viviani, clearing and reading of my brain fog. Brain fog. Um, and why I have it as bad as my neighbor who has had 2 brain surgeries. Okay. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Deborah. And I think Nathan's still here. Just say hello, Nathan. Yeah, you're still here. You're chatting away. Um, okay. So asking Deborah and her guides step back. I just loved how when I started with Deborah, everything was so clear. The whole session was just this nice big empty canvas. So I'm just making sure her guides step back and I step back from her guides. Okay, good. And Nathan, yep, and your higher self and your guides, please step forwards. I'm sure you want to see me gulping water. Okay. And how can we help Nathan today with brain fog? And is there any relation to this and his neighbor's unfortunate experiences? So I'm being taken, like, right into your pineal gland. Okay, and it's really like small. And I'm just looking at it. Why is this so small? There's an arcing in the ley line where you live. What is this arcing? How is it affecting Nathan? It's really fascinating. So I don't understand it all yet, but I'm just being shown first of all. So by arcing, I'm being shown that imagine you're standing in your home, Nathan, somewhere near the center of your home, and then what's coming up from the ground, and yeah, I don't have a sense of direction yet, but it's a ley line that's arcing. And by arcing, I mean it's coming up. It's almost like a sine wave. It's coming right up and it's pushing up. It's like coming up through the ground and it's pushing up. It's pushing you up energetically, and it's like squeezing you. How is it managing to squeeze Nathan like this? Why is it why is it so much pressure on his crown and his third eye? It's not a physical pressure, it's an energetic pressure. Yes. Because Nathan's not ready to they're saying like to surf on it, to rise up with this. Okay. But so instead it's bringing up energy within you that is ready. So the higher, so anything that's higher vibration of you, and my sense is that some of your lower chakras are ready to move up in vibration. So how do we help? And is this in any way, like, is there any way that we could help, not just Nathan, but everyone in the area, including his neighbor? They said your neighbor is much more complex and a difficult situation to both explain and also to tackle. But yes, there's work that I can do that Jon can do to the ley line to assist, and then also with Nathan. Okay. And so with ley line, how do I stop this arcing that it's doing? How do I allow it to? Oh, fascinating. It's being like this ley line's being squeezed in from either end, quite far out, like really far out. It's like 50 miles to the east, 60 miles to the west. I'm just being asked to like stretch it back out, to stretch it back down under the ground and to allow it to flow. Okay. And I'm asking, just checking how do I do that? I've moved ley lines before. I'm not sure I've flattened one before. They said it's the same. I just need to go there and to hold the ley lines, the ley line either side of the arc. Okay. To make myself bigger. Okay. And then to stretch this out. Okay. Great. So just give me a moment. Yama Toramo Sinimiara Chikimoro no Tokomo. Ormio no sono romo no tomo. I'm talking to Gaia and just asking if she can assist with the stabilizing of that ley line to bring it down into the ground. Imoro toro sono kono moro to. And I'm creating this little weave of light to help hold it down and in place temporarily. Yes, Gaia, I'd like to hold this in place for as long as it's required. No more than 2 weeks. Okay. And just anchoring that down into the core of Mother Earth. Good. Okay. I'm just checking the ley line. Yep, that looks better. And then also for Nathan, I'm just checking in on you. So let me just have a quick look. Yeah, it looks a lot better. Just helping with alignment. Okay. And that should help like just bring down these pushed up parts of your energy. So I hope that helps. Um, let me know, Nathan, in the chat. I wasn't paying attention, but I hope it helps. And you may want to try my I don't think it's free actually. I think it's one of I think it's one of my two star seed meditations for grid work. It's low cost. But yeah, you can take a look at that on my website under meditations and training, and it's a really great like training for understanding more about ley lines. You'd have to go through the foundational and the intermediate training to be able to learn and practice it in detail. But it's great for learning how to do these sorts of things like around your home and in the area. So thank you, Nathan. And just asking you and your guides step back. And hello to 38 people in the chat. It's lovely to see you here. Thank you for coming. So next is X. Thank you, Viviani. Concerned over other day not felt right since. Please, can you check me over? Okay. And X, just let us know that you're in the chat. I think you only commented a few minutes ago, so I think we're all good there. Just asking Nathan to step back. Oh, Nathan says, thank you, it does help. And I'll look into the grid work training. Yeah, please do. Or I'd love to welcome you on the foundational training as well. Or should I say, on the 30th of September. So feel free to look at that. Okay, just asking Nathan to step back. Okay. And then for X and your guides and your higher self, please step forwards. What is this? Okay. What is this on your crown chakra? I just see that like there's this wedge shape like into your crown chakra. It's D. Thank you. I'm great with names. Hello, D. You told me last time as well. It's like I it's just a I've got like name dysmorphia. Um yeah, there's this what is this shard, this like triangle wedge in your crown chakra? It's an energetic attack. Well, your guide's saying, well, kind of. It's like doesn't appear to have been intentional or directed at you. Directed at someone, it's someone like living near you. I don't think it's someone you live with. Someone living near you was attacked. And this is like, or this is shrapnel. It's like part of the energetic explosion. Why did it land on D? Because it was intended for someone with a similar belief system and vibration in that moment. Okay. So this wasn't something that D did or attracted. Your guide saying, no, John, but there is purpose to everything. And just saying that there's the way it enters like it's kind of pushed open your crown chakra quite wide, and then it's like pointing, like its point is just sitting. It's just sitting directly on the third eye chakra. Oh, it's a horrible feeling. Our bodies, and this is true for you, D, like your body's just not happy about it being there. It makes us feel unsafe when there's something foreign to us um that's entered our space or entered our energy. It's very difficult to relax, causes, great anxiety. And yeah, I felt this nausea. It was interesting that it's more like around the throat and the upper chest that I feel it. Okay, so it's more like it's numbed. Okay. So I'm gonna first of all I'm gonna shrink it. So I'm gonna like close it to being a straight line and I'm gonna pull it out. Almost like a sword. Bringing down a column of golden light from the highest dimension of source above to just above Dee's head, setting the intention to clear, to heat, to energize, and to remove this energetic shrapnel. Okay, that's it. Closed, and then just pulling this out. Archangel Michael, please return to source or never return here again. It's really fascinating. He called it like a sword. He said it was like a dark, heavy sword. But he said when the sword falls into someone, it expands. Um, so I hope that helps you, D. Let me just scan through the rest of you. And just letting them know the rest of your body, letting the rest of your body know that you're safe and that you're clear now. And it's grounding this source energy into the core Mother Earth. Good. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I hope that really helps. Okay. Who is next after D? And you're saying yes, it's been bothering you. Um, uh, Elif is next. Can I have a heart healing, please? Of course. And feel free to let me know your real names. You can just have them as your YouTube one. I don't mind. It's good either way, as long as I say the right thing. Um, yeah. So watch out for shrapnel, people. I think you're maybe the first D that I've seen. Maybe I don't know. I don't remember every session I've done, but um, yeah, I'd say it's rare. I hope it helps you. Well, I don't know that hearing that it's rare helps you. It's not rare for you, right? But it's nothing that you've done. Okay, so heart healing and just asking D to step forwards. It's my pleasure, D. Sending so much love to you and your loved ones. Asking Elle to step forwards. You're just like as you step forwards, Elle, if you're like this, just your heart. You're. It's like you're pushing your heart out to show me. Thank you. And inviting your higher self and your guides, please. Your guide saying, no, 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 put that back in. Like put that back in. Um, why is Elif's heart like this? Because she gives too much. Sorry, I don't know if you're he or she, but that's what they're saying. And just that it's like that you give too much. Give too much and not enough love for yourself. And there's almost like these parts of um your heart that are they're kind of lumpy and sticking out in different orders. So yeah, but I'm just being a little bit distracted by some of the chat. I am more than happy to help the person that has a challenge with their home. Um, okay, and how can we help? So first, I'll bring all of the aspects of your heart back together and place it firmly in the natural location for your heart. Okay, and then create this protective layer around you, and then encourage self love. Okay, great. So bringing down a column of golden light from the highest dimension of source above all the way down to above Elif's crown chakra, setting the intention to clear, to heal, to energize with a specific focus on your heart. And just bringing this energy down like a liquid gold light energy down through your crown, through your third eye, down through your throat chakra. And then just gently filling up your heart. And at the moment your heart's out, is pushed out, often when we don't feel, and I can't remember who said this to me, whether it was Viviane or someone else, but said that sometimes our hearts are pushed out forwards when um when we're giving too much and not within us. So I need to gently bring your heart chakra back in. Toramati noromu. And bringing in some dragon light language, helping ignite that fire back in your heart for your self love. Okay, good. And there was like a real disconnection between your other chakras up to the throat and reconnecting into solar plexus. Good. And that creating that layer of protective love energy around your heart. That's good. It feels like your body's already like acclimatizing to this play, like this position of your heart, and bringing it back in. Place your hand on your heart and tell yourself at least once a day that you love yourself. This is the key message from your guides. And as you, so with two hands, like I give different advice for different people, right? For you, Elif, it's like to place two hands on your heart. You can also do it like this. If you can see my thumbs, uh, like this. And this is, it's like angel wings, and you're holding your heart close to yourself. You're loving yourself, and you're loving yourself first. Only when we love ourselves first can we truly learn to love others fully and unconditionally. Okay, good. And just grounding you into earth. Okay, good. Well, I hope that helps you, Elif. It was an honor to assist you. Let me know in the chat. I'm asking you and your guides step back. Please do drink plenty of water, get plenty of rest. You know, when you're feeling tired, like it's a lot. Like our hearts are really the center of so much activity, and energetically for us, they're the engine, and so it's a big shift. A few minutes with you, it's a lot. So I hope that helps. Um, okay. So who is next? Someone was saying they have problems in their home, which is really interesting. That was something that was coming up for me this morning, that I would be helping someone with their home. Saida is next. Hello, Saida. A clearing and healing of her solar plexus. A bad feeling there. I shall take a look. Saida's still here. Hello. Oh, it's Deborah that's having problems with her home, is it? Um, okay. Interesting. Well, yeah, we have just done Deborah. That's difficult, right? Um, so by our normal rules, that would be to come back Monday to request. So Saida, let me take a look now. So just asking Ella to step back, and for Saida, step forwards, your guides and your higher self. So I see for you, Saida, there's a what to me looks like a spear, kind of like it's quite long. Well, it's really long. It you can guess where the spear is, right? It's running straight through your solar plexus. It's really okay. This is really fascinating. Your soul, so well, your higher self is saying on behalf of your soul, your higher self is saying that this spear has been um, that you were killed in battle with a spear through, and you were male at the time, and you spear through your solar plexus, like directly through the very core. I'm just feeling that directly through the core of your solar plexus chakra. You didn't die instantly, and in fact, um, this was no ordinary spear. The spear was, you describe it as like a psychic weapon. So it was very much conscious, and it had the ability to, there's something about the spear. Okay, the spear tip, that's it. So what's really fascinating is the spear came through the back of you and came out the front of you. Because what I saw is that you then started to continue while you were still alive with a spear stuck through the center of you. Like, we might see this in a movie, right? Um, the spear, you would continue to attack people, but you realized after the next person ran at you to attack you, and they thought to finish you off, you were still able to keep going. And um, I'm seeing this is like Roman times. Um, as someone came near you and you could spear them, but what is it that happened to people with the spear? A loss of motor function. So just enough to break the skin of someone would so just a small cut with a spear would like disable their nervous system. So they would like fall to the ground, but they would still be alive, and it'd be quite terrifying for them. Really, really fascinating, because almost like a what do you call it, a non-lethal weapon, where just a small cut or graze would cause what feels like a significant but still temporary loss of motor movement. And so all this to explain that your soul then decided that you quite like this weapon, and that you'd like to continue to use it in future lifetimes. It's been with another version of you until recently, and so the only way that your soul could bring it back in this current lifetime is to bring back this past life memory and the same feeling. So right now, the spear is energetically through your solar plexus. As I say those words, it's quite nauseating. And so yeah, you can join me in removing it from your solar plexus and then holding it in your hand. And your higher self is saying that you can hold the spear by your side. It has many, many more abilities than just disabling people's nervous systems. And it feels like it can also do the opposite, like it can help heal people's nervous systems. And this is why your soul was really interested in keeping it. So I'm just going to help pull this out now. So just pulling out the front so that the spear head doesn't activate or touch me. Yeah, it's really long. How long is this? 5 meters. Wow. It's just huge. But there's significance to the length. The length is to do with the waves of energy, like a sine wave that runs through it. Okay. And then just putting it by your side. Yeah, it's so big. And just placing it in your hand. Okay. And then checking your solar plexus. I'm just going to bring in some source light from the highest dimension of source above all the way down to your solar plexus, and just bring in healing. Good, that's closing nicely. Your solar plexus is like, I know, I've been here before. Um, so I hope that helps you in just grounding the energy down into the core Mother Earth. Okay. Well, Saida, that was pretty galactic. I hope it helps you. And yeah, feel free to, in meditation, ask about using that same spear to assist others in the future. You don't have to put it through their solar plexus to help them. That's the good news. That was just a transportation for you. Okay, CJ is next. Um, where is CJ? CJ's next, please. Can I have an energy clearing and a message from your guides? Yes. Clearing and messages. And thank you, Gina. Yes, my next live show is on Monday, the 4th, the Monday the 4th, Monday at 4 p.m. UK time, 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I will have my new regular special guest, co-host, Viviane, each Monday, which is really exciting. Okay, and I would like to just ask Saida and yeah, just let me know in the chat, Saida, how that went. He just said, "Oh my god, thank you, OMG," um, and for CJ, just asking you to step forwards. And if I can just make a request for everyone in the live chat and the replay, um, I'd absolutely love to be able to service all your requests. I can only do so many, and Viviane does an incredible job serving you and assisting in the selection randomly of the next person. And just to ask, also energetically for you to stand back and wait your turn. It definitely helps me speed up and to give me space. So perhaps you'd like to just imagine there's a bubble around me within this big bubble of our session, so that you're giving me at least 10 meters space while I bring in each person individually. Thank you. Okay. CJ, step forwards. Your guides and your higher self. It's very, we all have unique energies. There's a very unique energy about you, CJ. I'm seeing this, I'm being shown like it to me, it's like sediment that your energy is being shown to me like energetically you're as sediment, when you see sediment at the bottom of maybe a glass of water, or a not very nice glass of water, but it's like things floating in it, or at the bottom of the seabed, and sediment like makes its way down. It's kind of suspended in the water for a while, and then it makes down and settles. And there's almost like there's this taste to it. I'm hearing like vanilla. Why is CJ's energy being shown like this to me? Because it's settling. What's it settling from? Your guide saying like a snow globe, in a snow globe, and you're like shaking loads. Okay. And now this energy is settling within you. And every part of you that was fragmented in that shaking, that energetic shake up is now settling down. It's finding like someone threw a jigsaw in space, and it's all like floating, and now it's gradually settling back, but all the jigsaw pieces are encouraged to find them. Vanilla is your favorite flavor. I love that. Um, and it's coming right down into the right locations. Okay, and how can I help, CJ? Your guide's saying there was this. The cause was this, um, and they're describing it as an energetic earthquake. So this does happen. That ley lines, the energetic grid that runs all over the surface and just above the ground and under the ground across planet Earth, that it can experience energetic earthquakes quite often before earthquakes themselves happen. In this case, I don't feel there's an earthquake pending, but more that the energetics shook you up, CJ. And so I'm being asked to help put some of the pieces back in the right place. Okay. So bringing down a column of golden light from the highest dimension of source above, just above CJ's head, set the intention to clear and to heal and to energize and get all those little bits of sediment, all those bits, those parts of you, whatever they are, to find them back into the places that they should be. Okay, and I'm just going to sweep this down all the way down through your body. So expanding out, not just your chakras, but out to the ears. So go work way down the head, clearing, healing, energizing down to your neck and your throat and your shoulders, all the way out to the fingertips. And then down through your body. Arama, Toromo, Soronomo. May everything return to its proper place and home. Arama, Soromo, Toromo. Making its way down to the root chakra. And your root chakra, yeah, that makes sense. Your root chakra was the most affected. Um, your root chakra feels responsible that it's the root chakra's job to put everything back into place. It's like your root chakra saying like, it's my job to like support the human, to support the human form, but it was too much. Okay, it's already so much is settling. There's not much left. There's only about 10% left. Oromo, sorono, toromo. And just bringing that energy down to core Mother Earth. Good. There's this milky aspect to it, and I don't know if this is true, CJ, but I was being shown a memory I have of someone telling me, I've never looked this up, that to do with vanilla, for you to do a little of like to do some Googling about uh to look into the vanilla plant itself and its origins. And if it's true, I don't know if this is true. So big disclaimer that it comes from one plant. So I don't know. But just to research it yourself. And there seems to be significance in, as you research it, you'll learn more about the plant itself. And you have deep connections with it. I'm not sure if you are, um, if you've been incarnated as that plant before. It feels perhaps more like you've consumed it before, but had a very strong energetic and spiritual connection with it. So I just I feel compelled to start Googling now, but I'm not going to do that rabbit hole. I'll be there all day and you'd see my monitor shaking around. So I hope that helps, CJ, and you're making me hungry for all things vanilla. Okay, good. Assassin CJ, your guides, higher self, step back. Everyone also. Okay, and Sal Rhodes is next. Hello, Sally. I managed to remember that Sal is Sally. And may I have a message from your guide? Yes. Okay, just asking Sal Rhodes, Sally, your guides, your higher self to step forwards. I see you standing, Sally, at this. It's not a crossroad, but your behavior is a bit like it is a crossroads in your life. And right ahead of you is this long journey. The journey seems quite dusty. This path ahead of you. It could be a physical road outside of your home. Um, and you see a bend in the journey, and you see there's some places to stop. And what is this hesitation? What is this hesitation? So I just saw like super super crystal clear in my third eye. Um, what it looked in a flash like a white, like brilliant white dove's wing, and it was kind of like just coming across in front of my eyes like this, and but very angelic. Okay, and it is your angelic wings, and you're saying, I'm not sure I need to walk this road ahead. I feel like I can fly it. I feel like I can rise above it. There are known obstacles and challenges ahead of you in this journey, or this is how you feel about them. that there's like repeating patterns that you'll continue um, to address. And you've been having lots of white light here. Yeah. It's very angelic light. And it's fascinating. The road ahead of you is not, I mean, you listen to my tone of voice and stuff, I sound like it's always so ominous, but I'm just slow, right? And it's not a heavy path ahead of you, but you're feeling like you could do it everything could be much easier and a lot of fun flying. And your guides are saying there's this deal you have. It's like a soul, it's part of your soul mission. I was going to say it's a contract, but contracts are usually between other parties. This is between you, your higher self, and your soul. Um, and Sally, you're being asked to really focus on, if you were to fly over that road, what would you be tempted to avoid? So if you were to fly over your journey ahead of you, down this life path ahead of you, what are the things that you would choose to skip? Because your guide's saying you're not ready yet. Your soul doesn't feel you're ready yet to fully use those wings, because they're worried you're just going to skip over these things, these lessons, these pit stops on the way. They appear a bit like, there's like a motel on one side, and then there's like a gas station on another, and you're just being asked to consider how to figure out the the stops to stop at. So you could fly to a stop, but you must land there. You must land in that parking lot and walk into that place. I'm tired of lessons, if I'm honest. I feel you. So, but this is the message. You asked for the message, and the message is there are more lessons for you to learn. Um, and in many respects, our lives never stop learning lessons, and it's our souls that choose, just as we with our souls have free will and choose what we do in this life. Um, so yeah, it's almost like you're making this promise where you're saying, yes, I can spread my angel wings, but you have to also promise to yourself, like, and by promise, I mean set the intention to do the lessons anyway, to fly to the next lesson. So I hope that helps you. It's a really powerful message. Um, Feels a little bit like running at the dumpster fires, right? And dealing with them, putting them out, and then run to the next one. Yes, I need to learn, transmute the difficulty of the lessons into ease. That's right. Yeah, you're going to be what's going to feel like to begin with your own personal development and lessons will quite quickly shift into being, you'll be the angel for others. And in helping them with their lessons, you'll learn just like I learn when I'm helping you guys. So I hope that helps you. Okay. And someone donated. Thank you. And just say thank you for all those people that donate on the website. You don't see the donations here, but I always email you back, and thank you. So thank you so much. And my pleasure, Sally. Thank you so much. And the gift was from, did someone say shenanigans? Gifted one Jon Binnie spiritual memberships. Thank you very much. That's very kind. Okay, so CJ was gifted a membership by, did someone say shenanigans? Oh, that's lovely. What a lovely thing to do for each other, guys. Um, so I need to check what Viviani was saying. And thank you for sharing the donations link. This is my full-time job. I'm scrolling up. So Yancey's next. Hello, Yancey. Excited for you joining the training, the Higher Self Foundational training on the 30th. I'd love a reading and messages from my guides and my fire guide Rama, if they have something to offer in alignment with my soul mission. I remember your, it's funny, I don't remember people's guides very well, but I remember your guide. And that's so cool. Thank you. And thank you for the reminder. It really helps me. just reconnecting with their energy, with their name. It's like a soul DNA signature or fingerprint. And you want alignment, like a message for alignment with your soul. Okay, so just asking Yancey's guide, step forwards, your higher self, and Yancey, and asking for Sally to step back and her guides, the higher self, and just clearing a space. Your guide Rama is saying, well, there is this whole thing about fire and this fire in your heart. Saying, is that what you want to hear about? So I'm going on what this word soul that Yancey's saying. She's asking about the soul mission and alignment with it, messages in alignment with her soul mission. So can we talk to Yancey's soul, please? Talk up through your higher self. Your higher self saying, your soul is kind of busy right now. I don't know. There's a lot going on in you for okay. There's a lot going on multidimensionally for you right now. For you. So these other lifetimes, wow, there's two or three, well, at least two, and to some extent a third of your nine active lives. Your nine lives, I love that. Like a cat. These nine lives that are going on just now, two of them are going through like they feel like the epic Lord of the Rings trilogies. Like they are moving space and time to be like literally to help align you in preparation for the training that you're doing. It's like, wow, it's so cool. This is all it's all about alignment. So yeah, okay. So it's funny that they're doing this for you, for your soul. Your soul is yearning for this alignment. How are other versions of Yancy aware of this version of Yancy at this time, this lifetime? And the higher self is saying, because this is the most important one. This is the one where everything changes. So this is a message of preparation, um, and that it's. And I remember this from doing a session with Yancy. It the preparation for the alignment with your soul, and remember. I'd like you to remember this. The question that you're asking me to answer is the same question that many people will come to you with, and so the identification of the question itself is huge. And you're asking the question, something to offer in alignment with my soul mission. So if someone came to you and said, what is my soul mission? Then these are some of the steps that you would start with. And so I want you to really focus on these initial steps because they are so powerful and so important. And as humans, we often skip past them, right? We often skip past the identification part. We just kind of assume that that happens, and then we get on with a solution. But you're really being asked to focus on the initial identification. And when both this is the same for you, Yancy, and then also so like you're doing it once for yourself, and then you're doing it many times for others, many times for others, is to feel. And it's funny, my stomach was just making a funny noise. Um, is to feel that feeling in your heart of your soul mission. And this is a process like you're bringing, I see you bringing this down from your soul, down through your soul star chakra, down into your higher self, down into your crown chakra. You're asking about it. You're asking what it is without full, like getting a feeling and a sense that the answer of what the soul mission is coming into you, and then bringing it down through the third eye and through the throat, aligning any visuals you have of it, aligning your truth of it and behind that mission, and then allowing it to come into your heart. And it's like it constantly feeds in from your soul into your heart, and it fills up your heart. For some people, it starts with like a drip and it gradually expands. And this feeling you're then asked to hold on to is, what does your soul mission feel like? Because in human terms, we often think of deadlines and milestones and actions and doing, but a soul mission is most importantly about receiving. And so there's a feeling that you receive when you accomplish your soul mission. And this is the first thing that your soul wants to tell you what it feels like. And for you, let's see if I can just place this in your heart for a moment and then I'll need to move on. Um, but for you, it's this beautiful feeling in your heart. Can we show Yancy what this feels like just now? Okay, just give us a moment. Urnia toro jimia. Feels like the most beautiful, happiest heart in the universe. This is your soul mission to both feel that yourself and to allow and to teach others how to do it themselves. And yes, your soul mission is to assist other people with their hearts. Okay, I hope that helps, Yancy. I felt like it could have gone on for hours with you. It's always beautiful to work with your energy, and yeah, excited to see you in the training on the 30th of September. There are still spaces, people sign up. Um, okay, and Harley is next. Hello, Harley. Thank you for all your love and support. Always lots of lovely comments from you on my videos. Um, and how can we help Harley today? Let me just scroll up and see. I'm scrolling. Yancy's next. So where did I miss this from Harley? Yeah, thank you for saying you're here. Just if you could remind me what you're looking for. Ah, thank you, Viviani. You're fast in the draw. Harley is next. I have a close friend. I deeply feel I know him romantically from many times over in the past. That I feel that here does he can we receive and past and future cleansing, clearing, or union. Okay. Um, so let me see. First of all, Harley, I think you're asking me. Well, I'm not totally sure. I think you're asking for some sort of validation, like you feel it. Um, and then also, you know him romantically. I'm just not sure the last sentence that says, I feel the here does he can we receive. I'm just not very good at interpreting. I make spelling mistakes and grammatical mistakes all the time, but I'm just not sure, Harley, what your question is. If you could confirm what it is, I'll just check and ask your guides and your higher self to step forwards. And Harley's guides, and just asking everyone else to step back, please. And yeah, I'm getting awareness first of all that um oh, I feel the same here does he. How does he feel? Okay. So one of my boundaries is I won't tell you how other people feel. Um there are plenty of people on TikTok that will do that. Um but it's not up to me to read other people that I don't have consent from. But for what I can say is, I'm seeing you looping in and out of time. It reminds me of DNA helix, where the two of you are like bouncing in and out of lifetimes together. Why does this happen? And I just want to be clear about some of my personal beliefs because I feel like it's important, and it does affect my, of course, my personal beliefs and knowings affect my readings is that I'm not a big believer in what many people would describe as twin flames. Um, for you, Harley, there's this repetitive cycle where where both of you keep bouncing in and out of lifetimes together. Not always. It seems like maybe one or two lifetimes you're in the same sorts of circles and groups, and you're aware of each other, and then there'll be a lifetime where you're apart. But some of this is a contract that you have with this man, and it seems to be some of it's described as karmic, like you're learning lessons, like you keep doing things to each other, and then um, sometimes good, sometimes negative, and then you come back into the next lifetime to it's like an apology and to kind of earn that trust back. But the reason you keep bouncing in and out is there's this cord attachment between your hearts, and it's strong and it's binding you across space and time. Yeah, like quantum entanglement. Something it was caused by something that you both did together. You were this is really, really long ago, like eight, 80,000 years. So if you forget our archaeology and history years, there's 80,000 years ago, you were busy, both of you were disabling this I'm hearing, it reminds me of like the Tesseract and, or Tesseract. I'm not sure the exact name, but this device was we would call it like an ancient technology, but it was very advanced technology. And you both needed to shut it down so it couldn't be used on Earth. But there was mistakes. You were meant to, it needed two of you to do it. You needed to do it in perfect alignment. It needed to be a male and a female. But when you closed it down, like one of you went slightly ahead of the other. And then you ended up in this kind of bonded situation through space and time where there's this like constant need to meet and then to settle that energy again. And you both feel this love connection to each other. Um, it's not like super negative. It's not like some horrible thing would happen if you did end up together. Um, but it's a strong pull from your heart, and I do feel that just generally chords you know aren't always super healthy. Um, so I would, if you do proceed in any kind of relationship, proceed with caution. And I'm just don't know. Simply, I'm not going to read how he feels, but don't assume he feels the same way. And that there's good and bad all mixed up together in this cycling that you have through multiple lives. Um, and I feel it's a very human thing. It's a kind of message for all of us. There's a very human reaction to remembering someone from a past life that you think it's always really good. It's like we were in past lives together. It's like it's not always good, right? Sometimes you're repeating like difficult challenges to grow. Like that's good, but they're difficult, right? They're tough challenges. So I hope that helps, Harley. The search for knowledge. Yeah. Well, I feel some research on the if I'd have to Google the exact name of it, but the Tesseract may also help you as well. It might bring back some of those memories about how all this started and how to conclude it also, which feels like your soul is, on a path through multiple lifetimes to achieve. Uh, as we always speak of the uh, Tesseract, so that's so cool. Okay, who is next? Um, Nova is next. Hello, Nova. I request some healing regarding my circulation. I feel it's connected to my heart chakra, My veins are showing up more blue when it's bad. It's worse on the left side. Hello, Nova. Thank you for coming along. It's an honor to help you. Um, so, circulation, left side in particular, blue veins. Okay. Writing my Dr. Binnie notes. They're so short, but they help me remember what it is I'm looking for. Okay. Okay, Nova. And just asking everyone else step back and for Nova to step forwards. Your higher self and your guides. So it's just shown as I was setting up. It's a lot very fast. Um, and I don't have the full picture yet, so I'm just explaining as I go, Nova. You're you're typing like on a computer keyboard, and it feels like you're being able to express yourself to others pretty well. Like that seems to be so the right hand keeps going, and giving love to others and being caring for others. And then the left hand, and it's a really curious uh thing that's happening energetically is, so you're receiving what people are typing with your left side, and it's your left hand. And you didn't mention hands, but that's really interesting. Well, I don't think you did. Um, it's interesting that it's happening when you're touching the keyboard. It's like people are saying things to you, and you're finding it really hard to receive it. And what I see is happening, like in your hand, for example, your nervous system and also your circulation, like in your it's affecting your blood circulation, like it's pulling back. Sorry, I'm not sure if I can always try and keep a window open so you can see my. Oh, there we go. So imagine, okay, so this is your left hand, and what's happening is it's like your nervous system's pulling back a bit, and also your veins. Um, they're just by not very far, but it's the energy is pulling back, and it's because you feel it's uncomfortable to receive this. And this is related to some relationships that you've had with others outside of your family. Perhaps as you're typing, it's people online, and you're struggling to receive what they're saying. Most of the time, it's really good. Sometimes it's negative things. So how can we help, Nova? First of all, bring this back. Bring your body back to your fingertips. Okay. And how can we help Nova feel safe and empowered? Okay, I'm just being shown visually how you can practice that. But I need to get on with the healing first. So from the highest dimension of source above, bringing down a column of golden light to the high, just above Nova's head, setting the intention to clear, to heal, to energize. And then I'm going to realign all of your meridians, your nervous system, your veins, and I'm going to focus out to the fingertips and then out to the feet. Just pulling that energy out to the fingertips, continuing down to your base of your spine. And down the legs and out to the toes. Good. And then scanning up to the left leg and scanning up to the right, up to the left hand, up to the right. Okay, then bringing this connectivity into your heart. Unarama Sanayamaro. And up to your crown, then back up to source, then down through with your spine into the core of Mother Earth. Good. So there's a few things that you can do, Nova. The first thing is when you're typing, um, I'm seeing like it's like you're in this conversation flow with people, whether you're leaving, and this is important, whether you're leaving a voice message or whether you're typing, is to you can create these like little golden gloves are being shown, like create these golden gloves around you and set the intention for them. If you want to give, send people lots of love, bring this energy from this loving energy from your heart down the right arm and surround it around your right hand if you're right-handed. Um, and this is so you're setting the intention when you're sending communication to people that it's through the hand of love. And when you're receiving, so if you're giving difficult messages to people, you can also choose on your left hand to create this protection. And it's the same with the left foot. So right hand, right foot for giving, left hand, left foot for receiving. And it's almost like you're creating this protective layer around you so that you don't receive what I was seeing, this analogy of on this is your left hand on the keyboard, like what was flowing underneath your fingers was all the unwanted energy, and it was like falling off into the floor down into Mother Gaia to be transmuted, not going into you. This is a sensitivity that you continue to develop, and it's your body's way of reacting is coming back to uh to really to remind you that you have this great depth of sensitivity that you can practice. But for now, I feel like you need to incubate and integrate that gift, and to I hope this helps you with your circulation. Yeah, let me know in the chat. Deborah Ferrier, Fer, Ferrier, Fer, Ferrier. I can't see her name. Why am I struggling with pronunciation? Um, my apologies. Deborah Fer Ferreira. 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 Okay, Deborah. And you're asking for um my pleasure, Nova. Um Deborah is asking for I found it again. Um a healing, please, and Akashic records. Okay. So just asking Nova to step back and your guides and your higher self. Just thank you. Deborah, step forwards. Oh, you're saying you think she's not here. Is this Deborah you don't think is here, Viviane? Okay, she's not here. Well, let's get her for now, and then um if Deborah turns up, I can help. Okay, so in that case, uh who is next? And hello to all 33 of you in the chat. It's lovely to see you here. Thank you. That's why you had trouble with name pronunciation, John. Yeah, that's entirely probable. Thank you. Um, Next is Hypnisty. I doubt you'll be able to do me today. Next is Hypnisty. Okay. Hello, Hypnisty. Thank you for coming. I was born on the 33rd day of the year. I thought you were going to say the 33rd of the month, Michelle. Hooray. Yes, Hypnisty. I hope you're doing well and sending you so much love. What is Hypnisty looking for? Oh, here we go. Hypnisty, appreciate a scan and clearing if possible. I'm gearing up for the shorter days of sunlight. I hear you. My Hi, it's John videos are getting colder and colder. You see me wearing more stuff. Scan and clearing. Okay, so just asking. And your name is Nilani. Hello, Nalani. Just asking everyone to step back. And then Nalani to step forwards, your guides and your higher self to assist with the clearing ahead of winter, fall and winter. Okay. So I've just been drawn to your solar plexus. It's really beautiful to focus on. Oh, thank you, MG. Welcome. Love the energy. Feels good. Yay. Energy goals. Yeah, Nalani, I've just been drawn to your solar plexus, and it's really beautiful. I never thought of this like this. I was being shown that in hibernation, animals will fill their solar plexus with enough sunlight to keep them going through the winter. Isn't that beautiful? I never really thought much about hibernation, and it feels like you've been a being that's hibernated before through several incarnations. This is why you know how to do it. Like you have the sense that it's a possibility. Okay. From the highest dimension of source above, I bring down a column of golden light to just above Milani's head, set intention to clear, to heal, and to energize. And I was also invited to ask to bring down a column of light from our sun. So just from the very heart and the solar plexus of our sun itself, and just bringing down a light. So into my left hand, just above Milani's head, and then my right hand, a column of golden light from the highest dimension of source. Stay intention to clear, to heal, to energize, and to fill your solar plexus with that beautiful sun energy to last all the way through the winter back into next spring and summer. And bringing these two now, so they've been integrating well into the other chakras and then into your solar plexus, just filling your solar plexus now with this, inviting this sun energy in. Aranoto Imaratara. Good. Wow, that's filled. And I'm just hearing like not too full that it feels uncomfortable. You can still feel agile and flexible while we still have the sunlight, but you feel like it reminds me of like a camel's hump is like filled and ready. That beautiful fullness. I just didn't know this was possible, and it's so beautiful to be shown this and to assist you. And then bringing a grounding cord into the core of Mother Earth. And so Gaia is reminding us that she is always being is always feeling the sunlight. Um, and so there's always part of her absorbing this beautiful sunlight. And so that's why your solar plexus is being invited to ground into the core of Mother Earth, because it allows that continued like connection with the sun, even in the darkest days, to know that there's always part of you energetically connected and receiving that beautiful sunlight. I feel the dragon language in your stomach. That's beautiful because it is so close to the stomach, the solar plexus. Dun, ta-da. And that was to help with the kindling, the foundation of the energy in your solar plexus, and then grounding into earth. Good. Plus, you did say in the chat that you enjoyed it, so at least I think you're enjoying it. So it's always an honor to do dragon light language. I hope that helps, Nalani. Thank you for reminding me of your name. One day I will remember more people's names. Okay. I mean, okay. Carl is next. Thank you, Viviani. Carl is next. Please, may I have a message from Buddha, if possible, from the hallways of my Akashic record books, if I could peek again at one of the three letters. Oh, wow, Carl. Message from Buddha and the three letters. Okay. So just asking Carl, guides, your higher self to step forwards. Oh, okay. What your guides like pushing their hand out in front of you and saying no, stop. Okay. They're placing their left hand on your heart. They're saying Carl must be ready to receive this message when he receives it. And what does this no mean? Is it not the free will of Carl to be able to access these three letters that we previously witnessed in a previous reading? Your guide is saying to me, Jon, that I do not understand the full context. There are far reaching implications across space and time of these letters. And every message, both the cover of these three letters and then also the detail within them, can only be revealed at specific timing. And this timing is a vibration and a frequency and also a readiness for Carl. It's directly connected to your heart ability to receive these messages. And saying Carl needs to do the work. Carl needs to do the work to be able to be ready to receive these high vibration messages. Otherwise, they'll be wasted on him. And also, it's like the message can only be told once. The energy that exists within these messages can only be held, like encoded and kind of saturated within the message and also around. I knew you would say that, Jon. I mean, I would say no, but freely, but your guide wants to explain the no for now. And harder than a no is the work you need to do, Carl. So what work does Carl need to do to be able to receive these messages? To focus on raising your vibration of your heart through your regular practice. And this is excuse me, this is your heart, Carl, like very specifically your heart, nothing else, just your heart. And there's energy trapped at the bottom of your heart. There's blocked energy. It feels like is related to family and some friends in this life that you need to do that inner work, that shadow work to clear and to heal, and that's pulling your heart down. The rest of your heart is clear, and I feel like you're saying, if you weren't saying in the chat, you're like, oh, that there's more to. It feels like there's more for you to clear, but actually, it's just these lower areas that need work through. Is there anything else I can do for Carl this time? Just to focus on your daily practice. And your guide has their hand on your heart, and they're trying to help you as best they can. Okay. That's it for today, Carl. It says, Jon, am I going to die from a heart attack for real? That uh, I can't. Well, Jon can't predict that future. Let me just ask your higher self: is this a risk? No, no, it's not a risk. You're not going to die from a heart attack. But they're saying, and this may be something you're picking up on, Carl, is um, with the Earth. So Mother Gaia has a third dimension of her, and she also has a fifth dimension of her, and that or both already exist, and being pulled to move from the your consciousness and your focus and your vibration, you're being invited, you're being pulled up to the fifth dimension. But the only way you can really shift your heart up to the fifth dimension is by letting go of what exists and healing that part of the third dimensional aspect of you. You'll never lose that third dimensional part of you, but be able to extend your frequency range to expand across both. So I hope that helps. Yes, it is good news. Um, there's lots of conversation in the chat. I must admit, I've not been keeping up. But yeah, it's lovely that you're all chatting away, and I hope you're all supporting each other. Um, yeah, I'm glad to help, Carl. Yeah, my pleasure. Absolute pleasure. Who is next, Viviani, please? And before I get totally discombobulated, um, sharing some cool things. One is I mentioned the training. Higher Self Foundational training starts on the 30th of September. As always, you can continue to book me in for one-to-ones. Higher Self Foundational training is basically teaching you the foundations of how to do this work I'm doing today. And then I also have uh, the in-person services. So I'm doing an in-person event version of this in person. Yay! I have done them before, but not many, and so I'm excited. Might start doing them regularly, maybe once a month. So this is in Haddington, East Lothian, Scotland. So if you live near me, um, and I'll be doing it on Sunday, the 22nd of September. And some of you have already started signing up for that. You've bought tickets. We just have a small um, space, but it's beautiful, perfectly formed for 12 people. And we'll be doing this healings, clearings, etc., all in person. And yeah, you can buy tickets. So just on my website for £20 each. And it'd be really beautiful to see you there if you want to come in person. And Viviani and I are chatting about ideas for doing one in the US as well, doing it near Philadelphia. So looking into different venues. And I have got a proposal back from one venue, and I'm just thinking about it further and also the timing. Um, so who is next? Is it Studa Baker? Let me know who's next. Oh, thank you, Deborah. God bless you, John, for wanting to do this. Oh, it's my pleasure. I will wait patiently. Was there anything else I've shared? Oh, and please do come along in person to my in person services. So I do this quantum energy healing, clearing, past life, future life readings. I also do a blend of that with reflexology and then a clinical reflexology service by itself. So they're like my three main services, and offering those at the Naked Revive Wellness Center um, in Haddington, East Lothian, Scotland. I do that every Tuesday, and you can book me online pretty much any other day of the week when I'm not traveling. If you ever come up um, the Upper East Coast. Well, yeah, feel free to message me. I do have like a world tour list where I'm taking down names of people to visit when I'm over in your continent. With my job at Amazon, I was there every 3 months, so I enjoyed visiting a lot across Canada and the US. Michelle is next, and this is for clearing and messages from your guides. Thank you, Viviani. So just asking everyone else step back, please. Give me plenty of space. And asking Michelle to step forwards, your guides and your higher self. There are energetic storms that are affecting you, Michelle. And it's important for you to know that this is one of the causes. Why am I being this is a really interesting visual I'm getting. So there's the Schumann resonance, the electromagnetic and solar flares activity that comes from the sun. And this is energy flowing from from source through the universal central sun to the galactic central sun in the Milky Way through to our own sun, to the core of our sun, and then out through space, in and around and through us, and also the same through Mother Earth. The ley lines help with this as well, help disperse the energy. And what I'm seeing for you, Michelle, is that you have this antenna that comes out of you. So it's this energetic antenna. It feels very much like a ley line, and it runs up quite high. It's like a lightning rod. How high is this? 20 meters. Wow. Okay. And then it comes down into your body. So it runs down through your chakras, like through perfect spine alignment. Okay. And I'm being shown that this is something that you did in past lives, that you were an elemental being that would assist with the repair of parts of ley lines. And what you'd do is you'd invite in this energy, this galactic energy, down through your lightning rod conductor, and you'd bring it into your heart. And I saw you're dispersing it down through your feet, through your root chakra, and into the ground, and then weaving these ley lines back together. And you're bringing in this additional energy of source energy to how do you describe it, like to sew back together these broken parts of ley lines. And sometimes the ley lines will break during more extreme storms, energetic storms. Okay, so this is just to bring your awareness to this at this time. And there was a lot of like this fizzling energy, like this crackling energy inside of you. So I'm just being asked to see, because you asked for clearing, see if I can settle this. Okay, so after you would do this work, you would feel like supercharged, and almost like I'm seeing, like, when you get when people get electrocuted, they often like clench their hands. That's what our nervous system does. It causes, like, a positive charge causes the fingers to close, and like you're tensing up and doing this. So just bringing down a column of golden light from the highest dimension of source above down to above Michelle's crown chakra, setting the intention to clear and to heal. And then pushing that down into earth, deep down into earth, not quite down to the core, but just nearby. Thank you, Mother Gaia. And just releasing it. So this is just like a lightning rod does, right? So that's what lightning rods do. They disperse the energy of lightning into the earth. And that's what you're being asked to do. So your grounding is your go-to. It's like your goal. And so really, I was just about to sleep here. That's just my voice, Michelle. I have a voice that will send anyone to sleep. But yeah, that must have been very fatiguing, like holding all that energy. So I hope that helps you. Please do practice your grounding and just be aware of your lightning rod. That's so cool. Maybe you'd like to pay attention to things like the Schumann resonance. You can get it like almost real time, or a day behind, and just keep an eye on its activity and maybe journal like what you see in there. For me, it doesn't always correlate, maybe 60 or 70% of the time, but sometimes when it does, it's like, a direct vibrational match for me, and it's tough. Okay, I have time for one more, because I will need to wrap up and close the session for 6 p.m. my time, as I'm having dinner with my family. And yeah, thank you so much for everyone coming along. 28 still in the chat. Well, 30 in the chat. It's such an honor to serve you and to help you. Feel free to donate at any time. And Shenanigans is next. Thank you, Viviane. Thank you so much. Is part of me missing or stuck in a past life? So I don't know if Nova is still on, but Nova and I did a soul retrieval, a soul fragmentation and soul retrieval podcast. And So that was just a few days ago. We did it, recorded it Monday. I think I released it maybe Monday night. Um, so please do have a look at that on my channel. Um, it's really important because the question of, do you know, like one of the questions was, how would someone know to book a soul retrieval session with me? Do people know that they have a missing part of them? And I said, yes, quite a lot of people will book a session with me, even though they don't fully understand the concept or how, the kind of mental understanding or the mental models or even believe that these things could be true, that there's this feeling of something, a part of you missing. Now, I'm not going to do a soul retrieval for you just now, Shenanigans, but I will take a look and see. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Um, yeah, I'm going to take a look and see. Yeah, Shenanigans, you can watch the podcast. It's recorded. It's just on my channel. You'll see it in the podcast playlist if you just go to my channel page. Okay, so just asking everyone to step back, to give space. Okay, and asking Shenanigans to step forwards, your higher self, your guides. I'm just asking about this fragment, like I can see it already. It's a missing part of your heart. It it did happen in a previous life, but it affects you in this life as just as much as it did then. And it's like, imagine, oh, these are always so hard to describe. So your heart, right? This is your heart. And then there's part of your heart, and it's in the upper part, often a higher vibration part. And it's like someone, imagine your heart was like a brick wall, and then someone had pushed one of the bricks out, but attached a thread from the center of your heart chakra. You can't see behind my hand. From the center of your heart chakra, they attach this thread, and there's this brick, like, because it feels like very heavy, and it pushed it out, and then it's fallen really fast. It's to do with this the trauma related to you being very high vibration and being very capable uh healer in this previous life. Like, it's hard to place just now. I'm not sure it's like they don't want, their guy doesn't want to tell me exactly when it was, just to know that there were galactic influences, so for beings from different planets, um and that there was, it seems like there was quite epic galactic battles going on at that time, um and that you were doing work very hastily, and you were pushing entities against their will back to source. And just to be clear, this is something I would never do. I would never, no matter how dark or dense or low vibration something is, or no matter what they've done, nothing deserves to have its soul die and be pushed back into source against its will, even though I know I'm capable of doing it. Many of us are. And you did this and you didn't know. It's like you did it in naivety. You thought that it was okay to do. And then when you discovered how negative it was, you pushed this. It's like you did it to a loved one, and you pushed this part of you out of you. And you said, your soul said, I will, your soul fragmented and said, I will never do this again. I will never do this again. And you felt in those moments, you felt like you'd killed like the eternal soul of a loved one. And all you were trying to do is help to clear and heal them. And so when you, this like brick analogy that's being shown, like you push that part of you down, um, into, you said, oh, I do have my appointment coming up with you in a couple of weeks, so I'm sure we can cover it then. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it goes down into, the good news or bad news is it goes down into hell. It's not super far. So yeah, please do watch the podcast about soul retrievals. Yeah, you feel so much guilt, and while you hate being forceful in a conflict. Yeah, yeah. And this, like, it's really uncomfortable to have a hole in our hearts and energetically, and sometimes they manifest physically. Um, I feel like one really important message for you, shenanigans, is that I want you to know that you're safe, that you are safe. You're safe physically and metaphysically. Um, you've done your time, like you've done you paid your karmic debt, and that, yeah, in your session we can do that soul retrieval. I would usually ask someone to book the more expensive soul retrieval service. Um, However, since I know, like, I've got a good sense of what we're in for, I feel that it's achievable within the less intensive quantum healing session. Um, so yeah, please feel free, shenanigans, to watch the Soul Retrieval podcast with Nova and I, where she asks millions of fantastic questions. It'll help with some of the mental models. There's also the 14-day, um, not the 14-day spirit guide meditations challenge. There's a 14-day negative entity removal um, challenge that you can do as well, even if it's not like 14 days. And what you can do in that, it's not that there's something attached to you, it's more that we can get you in great energetic shape before we do the session. It'll make the session a lot easier for both of us. Most importantly, you. Okay. Um, yeah, I think that's us. So thank you for coming along. Thank you, Gina, as well, for your lovely support. Next show will be on Monday, 4 p.m. UK time, 8 a.m. Pacific time, and 11 a.m. Eastern time. Um, I'm really excited to be doing an in-person session coming up in the 22nd of September here in Haddington, East Lothian, Scotland. Uh, Details are on my homepage on my website. You see me posting about it a lot. And every Tuesday, I'm doing in-person sessions in the same venue. And they will get their internet there soon enough. So I'd love to do some live streams there as well. I think it'd be a lot of fun to show you. I had this funny idea of having people coming in um, while I was doing a live stream and kind of just asking in person. So I could just leave the door open, ask people to come in and out the room. They could come in person and ask for sessions too. I think it'd be a lot of fun to do a mix, and for you to see me doing it with, sounds wrong, to see me helping people physically also. Um, and Carl says I'm in uh, Manila. Uh, I'm not sure where that is. Um, but my geography isn't amazing. And yeah, good luck with everyone. Looking forward to seeing you on Monday together with Viviane. I've been listening to your songs. Yay. Um, and yeah, excited to continue to support you all on your journeys. Um, and so I'd just like to ask everyone to step back. Oh, thank you, Yancy. Have a great dinner. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, I think it's fish and chips. Oh, one of my favorites. I am pescatarian. It always sounds like a religion, but yeah, pescatarian. Oh, and I also posted a video today of I walked back. I was visiting my father, and I walked back through the center of the city of Edinburgh, and it's so magic because as they call it in the Fast and Furious movie 9, which was filmed there. They call it Harry Potter Land, and it's very much like that. So yeah, you can hear me rabbiting on as I walk through town. I haven't actually listened to the audio yet to see what it's like, but I did upload the video, so you'll see that on my channel. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. So I'd like to thank our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron. Also, thank you to everyone who's assisted in today's session, and asking each of us now to step out of the session I created, this bubble, today's session, as I close it down and remove any energy that does not serve our highest good into that bubble. Archangel Michael, please return to source or never return here again. he has been telling me, like, John, you can do this yourself now. And I'm like, oh well, I still like to ask for an archangel help. There'll be a day where I no longer ask for help. Um, okay, and then just for each of us individually, we can remain in our individual protective bubbles for as long as we wish. And I set the intention for everyone to have a smooth and clear healing and integration. Please do feel free to email me at info@jonbinnie.com. You can share any of your experiences after today's session, or comment on the video. You can comment on any of my videos. I'm always like, very studiously. I'm not sure what the obsessively, that's it, responding to your comments. I always love that. I see them across all videos, across space and time, all 2,400 plus songs. Um, and to this day, not, I don't think anyone has actually listened to all of the songs, discussing fish. So yeah, thank you everyone, and get plenty of rest. Take care of yourselves. And I look forward to seeing you all on Monday with Viviani. Yay. Have a beautiful time. Oh, and you might see some videos of me we're going camping in a safari park in Scotland over the weekend. So excited for that. Look out for rhinos and tigers, and maybe big fish too. That'd be a lot of fun. Great. Take care, everyone. Roar with me is always my favorite. Yay. Rawr. It's a lot of fun. Take care, everyone. Sending so much love. Goodbye.